Hey, what's up, everyone? Good afternoon. It's Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge here, man. Living here in LA, most of us are diehard Dodger fans. Most of us, you know, enjoy watching that team, particularly given the fact with what that team has been able to accomplish in the last 8 years. Um, they've done some excellent stuff. Um, you know, they've finally cashed in and won the World Series. And before I continue on with this video, I just want to apologize for what is seen in the far right upper hand corner. Um, I apologize. I didn't mean to use that logo. I accidentally did. I'm still new to this, so please bear with me. I'm still new to this network, so I'm getting out all the kinks. I'm still learning as the process goes. But let's talk Dodger baseball, man. It's been frustrating to watch this team. This team seems to not be able to get anything going offensively. They are struggling. Their bats have not awakened just yet. And there's gotta be a time when this Dodger team finally turns it around. I mean, the turning point um, has to come at some point for this Dodgers team, but they continue to struggle offensively. They have struggled mightily. Um, they are not able to manufacture the runs. They're not able to, get the runners to cross home plate. They're leaving too many men on, and they're not able to muster enough hits when they have to. That's been the problem with this Dodger team, and it could be very frustrating as a fan to watch this Dodger team right now as they're not able to, score enough runs to win the game. It's already bad enough that their bullpen is ailing. There's a number of relievers who are out with injuries right now. The Dodgers lost Corey Knebel for a month. That's a huge loss for them. Um, Kenley Jensen was unavailable the other night, but he was back last night and he gave up a two-run home run to Jesse Winkler. Jesse Rinker, if I pronounce his name right. Um, the outfielder for the Cincinnati Reds. They started their new series last night. We was hoping for a turnaround. Didn't quite get that because the Dodgers ended up losing the game. The Dodgers were only able to take 1 out of 4 against the Padres in the prior series. So it hasn't really been looking good for the Dodgers. But at some point, the Dodgers have to find themselves. They have to be able to string together some hits, particularly in big moments, in key moments of the game. And that's something we haven't really seen. This offense looks stagnant right now. Um, you know, they haven't found themselves offensively. And, another thing that is showing suddenly is that they miss guys like Joc Peterson. They miss Kike Hernandez. They let them walk in free agency. Kike Hernandez signed with Boston. Then you had Joc Peterson sign a 1-year deal to play with the Chicago Cubs. So those two guys right there, um, they were a huge part of the Dodgers offense in the past. And not to have them, it's a huge loss because look, those guys brought the energy, and that energy that they brought was very contagious. I think sometimes players like that could get the team going, and they don't have that offensive spark or that guy. It seems to get them going. But somebody is going to have to start driving in runs for this team. It's going to have to be Mookie Betts. It's going to have to be Corey Seager. You don't have Cody Bellinger right now. He is out on the injured list. So someone's going to have to pick it up, and it's going to have to be Mookie Betts and Justin Turner and Corey Seager. I mean, those guys are the heart of the order, So they're gonna have to start swinging the bats, and I'm not really worried about plate discipline because the Dodgers are a very disciplined team. They're patient at the plate. They don't swing at everything. The guy who also needs to get going is Max Muncy. I mean, Max Muncy has been in a slump, and hopefully he comes out of that slump sometime soon. If his bat gets going, then this can clearly alter the narrative of the season. And hopefully the Dodgers can get back on track. But they seriously need to pick up a win tonight. They're in desperate need of a win against the Cincinnati Reds. So hopefully they flip the script tonight and pick up that quality win. Another thing that's hurting the Dodgers significantly right now is that bullpen. Like I said, there's just too many injuries, and someone's going to have to be the hero out of that bullpen. It's going to have to be Victor Gonzalez. I like Mitch White. I like his stuff. I like what he brought last night to the game. I mean, he has some electric stuff. This kid is going to be really, really good. I think he's very poised, and I think he definitely, has the arsenal of pitches, and he definitely has an arm. So I like his stuff. He's promising, and I think you can use him out of the rotation. Hopefully, he could bring some stability and provide some depth to that bullpen, because right now they're shorthanded and they need all the arms that they can get in that bullpen. So hopefully, guys in that bullpen pick it up. I mean, someone's going to have to pick it up now that you have guys that's out. Santana's been called back up. And another guy, before I go, guys, another guy that I would like to see get going is Gavin Lux, man. I think he's just been chasing too many pitches. He's been, either ahead in the swing or he's late in his swing. And I think he just needs to relax a little bit, not be so over aggressive at the plate, and discipline himself a bit better at the plate. If he can do that, I think he can put the ball in play. But that's what the Dodgers need to key in on, is putting the ball in play. You can't always rely on the home run ball, and that's something that the Dodgers have lived and died by for such a long, long time. I mean, that's got to change. Sometimes you have to do the little things, and you have to play small ball. And that's something we don't see much from the Dodgers, because I think they're swinging for the fences. If they just not swing for the fences and just put the ball in play, move the runners over, allow the runners to advance, hey, you're doing all the things you need to do to win the game. But when you have a 5-tool player like Mookie Betts, and when you have an MVP like Corey Seager, man, you should really be winning more games, and your offense should be, if not great, at least decent enough to pick up some wins. And the Dodgers, man, they got to get going. I mean, I'm not really concerned. They still have the lead in the NL West division. And, sometimes the Dodgers are known for getting off to a slow start, and usually in the mid part of the summer, or, somewhere down the line, they start to pick it up a little bit more, and they start to, pick up those wins. Sometimes they get really, really hot, and they get on this hot streak, and they seem to be unstoppable club. So, I mean, it's still early in the season. As we know, baseball is a marathon. Baseball is a marathon. But your confidence can shrink if you not, generating any hits, and if you're not scoring any runs. That could shrink your confidence. I think the Dodgers need to realize that they can't get too low on themselves, and that they can't get too high on themselves either, because that's the type of game baseball is. Baseball's a really funny sport. Um, you know, some days you're hitting the ball, you're seeing the ball really well, and in other days you're just not, you know, seeing the pitches very well, and you're swinging and you're chasing, and you're striking out, and you fall into a bit of a funk. But the goal is to climb out of it. But um, you know, the Dodgers continue to fail with runners in scoring position, and you can't do that. You have to score runs to win baseball games. The starting pitching is not a problem. Starting pitching has been fantastic for the Dodgers. You know, Julio Urias has been good. Um, Clayton Kershaw has looked like his dominant self as he usually is during the summer and during the spring months. And then, of course, you have Walker Buehler. So the starting pitching is not bad. The starting pitching is great. It's just a bullpen. And like Jared said below, um, a lot of players are injured. Yes, and a lot of those players are injured in that bullpen, and that has uh, uh, been a problem for the Dodgers. It seems right now the Dodgers don't look like they pose a threat. They look very beatable right now, but again, they could turn that around. They could turn that around, and hopefully that starts tonight against Cincinnati. Hopefully they finish this series strong. They pick up the next 2 wins in this series before they go on that 10 game road trip, which is going to be tough. They go to Milwaukee for 3 this weekend. So hopefully you get these two wins in this final homestand before they go on the road for 10 games. So we'll see what happens tonight. I think Corey Seager is going to have a big night tonight, and I think Mookie Betts is going to get going tonight as well. I'll see you guys later. You guys enjoy the games tonight? Oh, wow, I went 11 minutes today. I went kind of long, but I had a lot to say about the Dodgers. But you guys take care. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.